Envision. Our segment today talks about our strategic plan. This is something that's been very much a work in progress. Dr. Brian Maher, our superintendent, is going to fill in the blanks for us. There's been quite a little work done since we started with the strategic plan, and we've done a deliberative effort to bring that information forward and kind of keep people posted. So where are we at right now in terms of the strategic plan?
Well, we're well on our way to completing the strategic plan, and actually we've already started implementing the strategic plan even before we complete it. And you said there was quite a little bit of work that's been done, and you know very well there's quite a lot of work that has been done because you've been right in the middle of it. So, where we are is really putting the end product in place so that we have a document that we can be held accountable to as we go forward. But while we're finishing up the document itself, we're really started on many of the initiatives inside of the document. And one of the things I like in terms of the process is we're continually talking about the strategic plan. It's not just a document that sits on the shelf. It's something that we talk about frequently, not only here at IPC, but I know in the buildings as I'm part of the initiatives on improving graduation rates, et cetera, et cetera. And we could go through a number of areas where the implementation is in full swing on a number of areas already. So I'm really, really pleased with where that process is right now.
And something about this strategic plan, as you mentioned, it's not just central office that is working on these things or is trying to move the needle on these. Those initiatives that are happening are in the buildings and are alive and well. We're talking about, in some areas, attendance, graduation rates, those things that directly impact student achievement, and also some staff as well in terms of making sure that we are representative of the cultures of the students that we serve. And so there are lots of fingers out in our buildings where these things are taking place.
Many, many, many. You're exactly right. And I hadn't thought through this, but until you started speaking there, I think of my own involvement with the improvement of the graduation rates. And it's not something that we sit here in the central office or the ivory tower and just think about having folks do something. Rather, I sit shoulder to shoulder with folks in the building who are truly making it happen. Counselors, principals, assistant principals, et cetera, et cetera. Folks who are really working side by side with teachers and with students to improve that whole concept of improving the graduation rates. You mentioned a little bit here. I'll just think of talk to the topic of cultural responsiveness, and talking along those lines. That has reached not only through our buildings and through our employees, but into the lives of students that we're trying to touch. And so you're right. The impact is known community-wide. We just finished up a work session with our Board of Education talking at length about the strategic plan and some of the initiatives that we're beginning to implement. So all the way from community members, board members, to the students that we serve and everywhere in between, it's certainly having an impact.
Not just a document that will be shelved, completed, shelved. It's already, the legs are underneath it, and we're off and running on that.
Right, you're exactly right.
Absolutely. Well, more to come. We'll continue to keep you posted on the Sioux Falls School District's strategic plan. Thanks for joining us on Envision.